I don't know about you, but I like things that make my life easier, especially when I'm getting outdoors and having a good time. This little camping stove that we're going to be looking at today from Tomshoo does just that. Let's get rolling. There's no shortage of tutorials on YouTube regarding camping stoves. There's so many different ways to come up with a camping stove, whether it be a Swedish stove or just using cans. I saw one the other day that was really cool where you could take like a tin coffee can and fill it up with a roll of toilet paper and use alcohol and then just put a grate over top of it and use that as a stove. I think it's a great idea. I've seen people drilling holes in logs on the side and on the top. You know, those things are simple, but I don't think they're always necessarily easy or ready available. And in my case, they're not something I can put in my pack. I like things that I can put in my pack and take out with me. This camping stove from Tomshoo packs up really light and it's very easy to use. It uses wood as fuel. You can use alcohol and other substances that burn as well. But no matter what you do with it, it's just really easy. I'm heading off down to my location, and when I get there, I'll show you how to set this up. Yeah, this is one of my favorite little remote spots down here. Nice little rock area to chill on. There's a really nice, peaceful little waterfall up ahead there. This is just a really quiet area. As you can see, there's another embankment there. And how I like to get down here and just spend time in the quiet places like this. First things first here, let's get unpacked. I brought this little bench with me. I don't know where my buddy got this from, but it's just one of these that extends out. You can sit right down on it, it's really cool. Here's the stove and the titanium mug that they offer as well. Like I said, they pack up really tight, light, and nice. It gives you really good step-by-step instructions here. Just 6 steps for 6 parts, very easy assembly. I'm gonna do that right now. This is the completion of steps 1 through 5. I'm gonna load my stove here with some wood and just something to light it with. Now before I do that, I wanna show you that even with the grate on top, they give you plenty of room to feed more wood into it if it starts to die down. We don't have to get all bushcraft survivalists when it comes to starting these little fires. If you've got matches or whatever, you got some paper in your pocket, or I like to carry around some of this Quick Survive in my pack. Lights fires very easily. Either way, I'm gonna light this paper towel here and just start chunking these little light twigs in until it's full and we get a nice blaze and we'll be ready to go. I forgot to add that little top on it, but I was able to add it even though the fire was still on. Again, I want to emphasize how easy it is to continue feeding little twigs in there just to keep the fire going. That's all this thing requires, is just twigs that are sitting around. We're getting close to a boil here. There it is, my friends. We're ready for coffee. Y'all know how I roll out here, man. Cafe Bustelo. All right, let's talk about this thing. Very simple. It packs easy. It's very easy to use. It's got 6 parts to it, 7 counting the titanium mug that it comes with. It's got a top with it as well. I didn't need to use that. These things are handy for so many things, and they're easy to manage. While the fire's going, you're going to be having to feed more twigs in there. But again, it's got a nice opening for you to be able to just keep feeding little twigs. And it didn't take long at all for that cup of water to come to a boil. Just the way the fire comes up, it's just very direct. It's just very easy, and that's what I love so much about it. If you've never got a chance to see some of my other videos where I'm drinking coffee, this is my favorite mug in the whole wide world. This is my Rocky Balboa mug. It's got one of my favorite quotes on here. In life, it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now check this out, friends. This don't cost much. You're gonna pay like 24 bucks for the stove. You're gonna pay about $18 for the titanium mug. But there was a time when these things were a lot more expensive than they are right now. And as you can tell, this thing's very handy. A little slice of heaven right there for you. In thinking outside the box a little and thinking of something of great value, how cool would it be to just be taking a hike with your friend or your significant other and you decide to stop by the creek or by the river. How cool would it be to just pull this thing out and set it up so easy and just the two of you have a cup of coffee or maybe, you know, a cup of noodles, whatever you got in your pack. You know, that titanium mug will hold enough water for 2 cups of coffee, and it would be enough water as well for, you know, like 2 cups of noodles, whatever you have, or anything that you've got in your pack that you want to add water to. You know, little stoves like this don't just make our life easier, it adds value to our life, especially if we've got it at the right place at the right time. I think now this is probably cooled down some. If not, I can use a little water and cool it down. And we'll just take this down and pack it up. Yeah, it's not even feeling hot anymore, so we'll just take each component down here. Make sure this is not too hot. No, that's good to go. You can take these off. You can take this top part off here. Let's see here. Yep, that's all right. Take this. Yes, I'm just going to empty those components. We can get it packed up. Just take it down to the creek here for a wash. It's a little charred, but not that bad. Look, as far as packing this thing up, you just want to pack it tight. You just want to pack it in one little thing here. So I'm just gonna do this as if I was doing it off the cuff. Let's see. Okay, that fits in. That kind of connects well. Let's see here. I can take this piece and kind of make that in there. Now I've got this little bowl. Can drop the rest in there, make it fit. Put these little things right here, and then just take this piece and fold it. I mean, look at there. There's probably several ways you can do that, but I think it's just a kind of a common sense fold up. You just drop it back down in the bag that it came from. You see how tight it packs up. It's not complicated. And then you just drop your mug into this bag and you're all done. I didn't use this top today, but I like how this little piece can stay up if you need it to. I already know some of you are going to be asking me about this stool again. It was a gift, but let's see here. The Mini Max stool. So there you go, friends, the Mini Max stool. So I'll bring the video to a conclusion here by saying that although there are a lot of different ways that you can make a camping stove, I would humbly contend that a lot of those ways are not very portable. I mean, when I'm out in the middle of the woods, I don't have a split log. I don't have a lot of these things, and I don't really want to have to remember a million things either when I go out. Well, this little camping stove here from Tomshoo is packed in one thing. It's all together. And all you need is the ability to light a fire when you get out here because your fuel is all around you. Thanks for watching, my friend. I hope you've enjoyed this review as much as I have enjoyed being out here in this beautiful place, getting a chance to talk to you. I may not have covered everything there is to cover, and maybe you have questions about the stove. You know, when you're in the middle of filming and in the middle of all the action, sometimes you can miss little details. So if there's anything that I missed that you want to point out, or if there's any question that you have, drop that in the comments. I greatly appreciate you watching. Take care.